Hi, I'm Corey, and we are in the Chicago airport waiting to catch our flight to Miami. We were originally supposed to fly out of Indy this morning and connect here in Chicago. Due to heavy snowfall in the forecast, we decided to change our reservation and fly straight out of Chicago. So we drove up to Chicago last night. We've spent the last 6 hours sleeping in chairs in the airport, and now we're here at our gate waiting to take off for Miami in a couple hours. And it's a good thing we did, because our flight out of Indianapolis was canceled this morning. I think I'm looking forward the most to the new experience at Tytoo Gardens. The past 3 years we've gone to Mission of Hope, and this year we're going someplace a little smaller, a little more off the beaten path. So I think it'll be a different experience. We'll meet some new people, hopefully get to do some good things while we're there.
What happened here last year for you?
I ended up getting sick and I had to go back home. So we meet again.
All right, how are you feeling round 2?
I'm feeling good. I'm very tired, but I'm feeling good. Hopefully I get to touch some people's lives and help people out.
I'm Brittany Taylor, and I'm going to Haiti. I loved it the first time, and I think just the first time it was more than, like, I'd been on mission trips before, but Haiti just kind of has like a special place in my heart, and I think if I hadn't gone the first time, might not have made it through nursing school, because I might not have the motivation to finish. So I'm just excited that it worked out to go and wanted to go back. Not a big fan of flying, like anywhere, anytime. So if we get through the flight, we'll be good. Just get me to Haiti.
I'm Nicole Walters, and we are in Chicago on our way to Haiti. This is year number 2 for me. I'd say I've been a little more anxious this year, I think just because the weather thing threw us all off. But I'm excited just for the different experience and opportunity and the spiritual renewal that I think I need and that this trip gives me, which, might sound a little selfish, but I'm just excited. Smaller group, we all kind of know each other, familiar with each other, so that makes it easier.
You have all your iced coffee and goodie powders and...
Oh yes, I am stocked. Actually bought a couple extra things this year, I learned from last year. Definitely stocked up on the coffee, more coffee than I did last year. I've got regular instant, I've got iced vanilla latte, I've got a French vanilla coffee flavoring, and I even hit up the survival aisle at Meijer and got a thing where I can brew 4 to 5 cups with just some simple hot water. So I think I'm covered.
All right.
My name is Josh. I am going to Haiti with 4 women and myself. It is going to be an adventure. I can tell already. We've had a heck of a time just getting to Chicago.
We are doing a clinic right now at Tytoo Gardens where we're staying. It's working? Good. We're having some trouble with our blood pressure machine. Awesome. But he's fixed it, so we're good. We're back in business. And so right now we're just kind of had a little break. So, flying through patients.
How many do you think you've?
I don't know. I lost count a long time ago. A lot more than I anticipated, I think.
Okay.
I have the best interpreter translator in the world.
Introduce me to him.
So this is Jeff. I've been calling him Jeff. His name's longer than that, but I stop at Jeff because that's about all I can pronounce.
Yeah, Jeff. Jeff. It's my nickname.
Yeah.
That's why I said to everybody, all my friends, call me Jeff. But my full name is Jeff Name, But Jeff is so easy for anyone to call me Jeff.
All right.
And then, so it's a great pleasure for me to work for Tytoo also. So to work in God's name, to help the others, the sickness people. So we need help with medicine, So it's a very great pleasure for me to help them. So we know we're working for only one people, only one. So the kingdom for God, May God bless you, the American people, the Canadian, for the help so that we come to give the people not only in Simonette, so all over in Haiti, because in Simonette, in Susmapa, whatever, so there a lot of people come from different countries of Haiti. So we're very proud of that.
I'm about to go through the motions of what we do when we have a patient at the clinic. So
All right.
Jenna's going to pretend with me.
Go for it.
Okay. So while I'm putting this on your arm, you can just hold it there. We'll just pretend. While I'm doing that, we ask our translator to ask them what the problem is. And so while they're discussing that and he figures out exactly what they mean, I'm going to take her temperature. Okay. And then we have a sheet and we just write down like blood pressure, pulse, temp and everything, and just ask them what their main problem is, why they're here.
All right.
And everyone has a fever and headache, and so then you just kind of have to dig a little deeper and see how long and all that.
So how long have you had your headache?
It's been going on for about a year now.
Every day?
She says it's been about a year now.
A year now, okay. Can you ask her, does she take anything for it?
Do you take anything for it?
Excedrin.
What'd
She
you
says
say?
Excedrin.
Excedrin, okay. Does she have any more at home? She out?
Do you have any more at home? Are you out?
I'm out.
She's out.
Okay. So as you can see, the process kind of gets drug out a little bit. It'd be easier if I knew Creole, but
Next year.
it's all right. Yeah.
There you go.
The
All
learning
right.
process.
Well, I'm there, Nicole.
I practice defensive medicine.
Yes, but fabulous. It went by really, really, really fast. Did a lot of interesting stuff today, kept us really busy. A lot of acute things, which was nice.
So
it's
those
good.
cute things you were talking about, those are the little kids, right?
No, like the sicknesses we saw. I mean, some pretty serious stuff. Like if they didn't seek medical care at that time, then possibly, horrible things could have happened. So, it was good, and seeing the improvement fast in them, and quite a few IVs today. A lot of dehydration. We saw a sickle cell patient, and that's the first sickle cell patient I'd ever come in contact with, and just to see how she was affected by the dehydration and what they gave her as far as treatment. And it was really great to hear that eight people accepted Christ today. That was probably the best part of the day, and hearing that makes all the sweat and worth it, definitely.
It is a little after 7 on Friday morning, and we're heading out to Cabaret for a mobile clinic.
We hope this is exciting as the last time we visited that place.
No, we don't, not really.
I do.
Josh does, because he's with us this time. So we're ready to see what we can do there today and who we can help.
Come in, Jules. You best get it that way. pour le payer pour les ancêtres. Marchons aînés, marchons aînés, dans nos rangs, soyons seuls maîtres, marchons, marchons, Seigneur, pour le payer, pour les ancêtres, marchons.
The second day was really intense. We showed up, we didn't know where we were going in this town, just we kept driving, and then all of a sudden we turn off and we're like at this house. And so we get off the truck and we like walk in, and there's almost like pews or like benches just like lined up. Had like that moment of like, oh my gosh, there are so many people here. How in the world do we even have enough to give each one of them a pill? Like, there's so many people here. And then you've got a place for spiritual care?
And we can just line folks up on here.
It's still shocking. I really just still don't know how to put it into words. It's just, it's so different.
We're going to set up a table right outside, near the people, right outside the porch.
Who's that? 500 milligrams, that's top. I didn't specify it in my Facebook post about, taking a picture of it, like that, running in the back of the motorcycle. So it's kind of
How's it going?
It's going good. Eating lunch. No peanut butter and jelly this year.
Oh,
I
yeah.
refuse.
Just feel kind of overwhelmed, but it's moving in there.
How many people have you seen?
The last paper I looked at said 62, I think, but that was maybe like an hour ago or so. I didn't look at the numbers after that.
One thing that happened Friday when we were on the mobile clinic, we had several parents telling us that their child has no appetite. He has a fever and he has no appetite. And it was said several times, and there's such a language barrier, and it's so hard to communicate. And I got the feeling that they didn't really understand what no appetite means. And so I said to my translator, ask her, this girl was about 8 years old, and I said, ask her if she's hungry. And the girl's eyes lit up, and she said, oui. And she just had this look of hope on her face, like somebody's gonna feed me. And it just broke my heart. I mean, it just like broke my heart. And Jenna was standing there, and I looked at Jenna, and she looked at me, and I was like, please give her some crackers when she leaves, because that's all we really had to give her. But I didn't ask any more kids if they were hungry.
Yesterday was intense. We were there from about, 9 to 4, and ended up seeing 183. We had 183 patients through pharmacy, not counting the people that were triaged out in the front yard that were given medicines and sent on their way that could be helped without actually seeing the provider. So for one, that was shocking. It went, I think it went good, but at the end, it kind of got a little crazy after someone stands outside for 8 hours to be seen. We started running out of medications, things that we needed for common ailments.
We went to Cabaret for the mobile clinic at the end of the day. What day was that? Friday. We The U.S. version is Duck Duck Goose, but we converted it into Creole version, and we did what? Bird dog. And we taught a whole bunch of kids how to do this, and they absolutely loved it.
Compare your first trip and this trip so far.
Completely different, I think. The first year was awesome, it definitely was, and it was kind of like, okay, we saw bits and pieces just of like the Haitian culture and people, and kind of like what day to day and like living situations and everything look like for them. And then so that kind of that's what I loved, like the first year, and so that's what made me like want to come back, is like just how we got to interact with people and everything. But this year is like that times 10. Like it's just been awesome to get to do a lot more and like go with the kids out and go see places in town, like driving through and everything. And today we took a bunch of the kids that live here at Tytoo to the public beach, and obviously it's public, so there are a ton more people there, and there was like dance party going on just down the way. It was like spring break 2014, I think, Haitian style. And then so it's just really neat to like, even though we were there with the kids, we got to play with them, but we also got to just like be out with people and get to talk to them and stuff.
Will you ask her if she's ever had this done before?
Over there, they're going to remove a toenail, which I will have no part of. Unless Corey needs me.
Oh, this lady has an infected ingrown toenail, so we are going to numb up her toe and remove it. My first surgery in Haiti.
Right? Not
toenail,
the toe.
not the toe, just the toenail.
Okay.
Just part of the toenail, actually.
Just checking.
Hold real still.
Because some of the stuff we were putting on it, that looks good.
First, you want to go all the way up, like under the cuticle, so you get the whole base of the nail bed. How about a couple silver nitrates? This stuff that I'm putting on here is to stop the bleeding. It makes it look really black and disgusting, but it's just to make the blood clot. So that'll eventually come off, okay?
It looks good, but it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't look pretty, but it looks like we got accomplished what we wanted to accomplish, so.
We are giving some blood today.
Yeah. Benadryl. For everyone. Right? So.
Okay.
Does little Steve have any idea what's about to happen to him?
No,
let me
I've prepped him with the good tasting ibuprofen, and then I'm giving him the albendazole and the vitamin A,
and then
he gets a vaccination. Lucky me.
Sweet pea lily.
You got him good?
I think so.
Hang on, Steve.
Sorry. Nope, you're good. Some vitamin A. You can do it. Oh my. This is hard to watch when you're not the one giving it. I know. He's like, are you kidding me? It's hard. Grace, let's get you some medicine. Come on, Shay.
Okay. Good job, Bubba. Okay.
Here we go. Can you bring her anyway? No, you're not gonna come.
This afternoon we went out into Simonette. We have an elder care program here, and so I think we ended up seeing 20-something elderly people who are homebound and are not able to get out to come to the clinic. So it occurred to me when we were walking and just thinking about these people that we were seeing that, you know, we spend a lot of time thinking about the children here and how can we help the children. But these people have lived their whole lives here, and they'll die here. They'll never know anything different. One of the ladies that we saw can't even walk. She lives on a mat in front of her house. She doesn't have any family. I think the neighbors help take care of her. But she can't go anywhere. She's confined to a mat in front of her house.
158/90.
Very special ladies to me. So she's on the Cynical.
If you write it, we can just bring it back. It's no big deal. Her eyes are usually sore. Last time I told her that we couldn't help her eyes, she just cried. Because she's got cataracts in both eyes. How's she feeling?
It's hard because, and it's worth it, but like I was looking through my videos tonight, and I had this afternoon just let the kids like play with my camera and play with my iPhone, whatever, and they made videos on it and stuff, and just these like 9, 10, 11-year-old boys, like they're just silly and they want to have fun, and they like making movies on your iPhone, and just like seeing just the joy that they have. I can't imagine what it would be like to be that little and have these white people with money come and play with you for a week and then they leave. And so in that aspect, it's like I want to come back because I want them to know that even though I don't live here, like I care about them and stuff, but it makes it hard, and it just makes you, like the time that you do have here, you just, like, you want to pour love into them, and you just want to pay attention to them. Like the kids here, they don't have parents. They have like an awesome staff that takes care of them, and I'm so thankful that they live here and they're not like out begging on the streets or anything, but just makes the time that you do have here just worth it, like worth being sweaty and gross and all of that just makes it even better. Just to see their happiness and just how much fun they have.
Last year, after I got sick and couldn't come, I knew it was still in my heart to come. So whether it was this year I was coming or 2 years from now, I knew I would make the trip sometime in my lifetime.
So is it worth all the time and trouble and the fundraising and the missed trip and the plane flights?
It's not goodbye, it's see you later, but still. It's hard to leave. It'll be hard to leave.
Are you ready to go home?
Yeah, of course I'm ready to go home. But no, I'm not.
Well, I'd like to go back to Tytoo again. I don't know if that'll happen or not. We'll see what God has planned. I think I've said this every year. If you feel called to go on a trip, you should go. It's definitely life-changing for me every time. Every year I come back, changed in a different way. And this year was different than all the other years in so many ways. It's hard to say goodbye, but I think this year I'm more confident that it's see you later.
Here, I'll hold it in between us back here, and you can do your thing. Jenna, take it away. We need something better. We gotta plan this a little better.
It's really good, actually.
I feel like this is one of those things that somehow ends in tragedy.